So who's responsible for your drinking? You have to take responsibility for yourself, and you have to take responsibility for your own drinking. How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to talk about responsibility, right? Your responsibility for every drop of alcohol that you put into your body, right? It's one of the things that you have to really think about and accept in your life if you want to quit drinking, because, you know, at the end of the day, most people who fail to quit drinking also fail to take responsibility for their drinking, right? And you might not think that you're doing that, but, you know, if you actually think into it, then you'll realize that this is exactly what you're doing. Every time you say, well, I can't do it today because of one thing or another thing or a third thing or whatever, right? You're basically making excuses, right? You know, so, you know, who's responsible for every drop of alcohol that you put into your body? You are. Who's responsible for your drinking problem? You are. Who's responsible for getting you where you are now, in the position where you have to quit drinking alcohol? You are. Who's responsible for your addiction? You are. You know, who's responsible for the whole thing of your life? You are. You know, there is no getting out of that. You know, your responsibility breaks down into the two words of the ability to respond, and that's your ability to make a choice, right? To choose whether to do one thing or to do another thing, whether to drink or not to drink. And that's been your whole in your hands all along. Your responsibility, your ability to respond. You know, anything else is just bullshit. Anything else is just excuses. You know, one of the biggest things that people say is, I can't quit drinking. There is no I can't. You know, there's no such thing in terms of stopping doing something or doing something. There is only I won't. I refuse to do it. You know, I'd rather do something else. I'd rather have the instant gratification that I'm getting now, because when I drink the alcohol, I don't have to think. I can just go about my jolly business and banish all these thoughts from my mind, right? So, you know, when it comes down to it, there is no, you know, it's all you saying I refuse to do it. And you have to get that out of your system. You know, you've got to sort of say, well, yeah, accept that this is your choice. This is you making the choice to drink every drop, every time. And not blaming it on the addiction, or not blaming it on your life, or how you know, won't be able to do this thing or that thing when you stop drinking, you know, if you don't drink anymore. Or all boils down to that one thing: you've got to accept pure 100% responsibility for every single drop that goes into your mouth. And at the same time, you've got to accept 100% responsibility for the addiction, for all the problems in your life, for all the consequences of all that drinking that has led you to the problems and the difficulties that you're facing now. And every drop of alcohol that you put into your mouth from now on, you have to accept the responsibility for all the consequences that are going to happen, right? All because you want to take the instant gratification route, because you don't want to face the discomfort, because you don't want to take responsibility, because you'd rather make excuses rather than taking the action and putting up with the bit of temporary pain Temporary pain is exactly what it is. It's temporary. You're going to go through pain, some sort of pain, but it's more of a discomfort. That's why I keep saying it's discomfort. It's not pain. It's more, it's a feeling of there's something missing, you know, you want something in your life, but you get over that, you know, you get over it very quickly as well. It's not something that lingers on and on and on, unless you keep those parts of your life alive, you know, unless you keep going to the pub and you keep hanging around with these people that are drinking lots of booze, right? You know, I'm not talking about hanging around with somebody who drinks the occasional glass of wine with the dinner, right? That's easy. You overcome that because it's only a small part of your life. But if you know, you keep hanging around with people that are drinking loads and getting drunk and going, oh, you don't know what you're missing, man, you know. This is the thing that's going to extenuate all the pain. It's going to bring it out further and further into your life, and you'll never get rid of it if you keep doing that, right? So you have to take the responsibility for your own actions, right? Your own, what you're doing to yourself, right? There's nobody else that's going to take responsibility for it. It's nobody else's responsibility. It's your responsibility. It's your body. It's your life. And if you want to fuck it up, then it's your choice. So it's also your choice to not drink, you know. Anyone who's stopped drinking alcohol has got to make that firm decision, right? The decision that right from this moment, I'm not going to do it anymore, right? You know, everybody has to do that. You know, regardless of whether you think that you don't or not, you have to, everyone gets to that point in their lives when they go, now is the moment, right? They can go, tomorrow is the moment, or the next day is the moment, or next week is the moment, all they fucking want, right? But you eventually come to a spot in your life where you go, this is the time when I make the choice that I'm never going to drink again, right? And once you make that choice, right, with your full heart, right, your full commitment to doing it, you'll never go back, because it is a choice. Every part of it is a choice. So then you have to make a choice to go back drinking again, you know. And you obviously didn't, you know, make the determined effort in the beginning, you know, you didn't do enough. So accept that every drink comes from you, every mouthful comes from you, every drop of alcohol that you put into your body comes from you, and the same the opposite way around. Every time you say, I'm not putting alcohol into my body, that comes from you as well. You have to accept that responsibility. There isn't, no, I can't do it. There is only, I won't do it. So think about that, about what it says about you when you continuously say, I won't. Because, you know, like, whenever you say I can't, it means I won't, right? There is no other way around it, you know, no other way to look at this. So take responsibility for every single drop of alcohol that you put into your body. If you haven't subscribed yet, then subscribe to the channel. Click on the subscribe link down below. Come on over to the website and leave a comment down below. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Onwards and upwards.